You reach for a bottle of water, you twist the cap, you take a sip, you think you're doing something healthy. What if I told you that bottle might be doing the opposite? What if the water you're drinking every single day is quietly draining your energy, disrupting your hormones, and making it harder to lose weight after 60? I'm not talking about dirty water. I'm talking about popular brands. Brands you see at every grocery store. Brands marketed as pure, clean, healthy. Here's the truth. Most bottled water contains invisible chemicals called PFAS. Scientists call them forever chemicals because they never break down. They accumulate in your body. They mess with your thyroid. They interfere with your metabolism. They make fat loss nearly impossible. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which water brands to avoid and which ones are actually safe. Stay with me because what you learn in the next 12 minutes could change how you feel every single day. Here's what we're covering today. First, I'll explain what PFAS chemicals are and why they're so dangerous for people over 60. You need to understand what's happening inside your body. Second, I'll walk you through 7 popular water brands that contain high levels of these chemicals, brands you probably have in your fridge right now. Third, I'll share the 5 brands I personally drink. These have been tested by independent labs and show little to no contamination. Fourth, I'll answer your most common questions about tap water, refrigerator water, and how to check your local water quality. And finally, I'll give you a simple action plan you can start today. This isn't complicated. You don't need to become a water expert. You just need to know what to avoid and what to choose instead. Let's start with why this matters so much. Right now, you might be drinking water that contains PFAS. These chemicals show up in nearly 90% of bottled water tested worldwide. The FDA doesn't enforce strict limits on them. Companies aren't required to test for them. You have no idea what's in your bottle. Here's what makes this worse. PFAS chemicals don't just pass through your body. They stick around. They build up in your liver, your kidneys, your fat cells. Over time, they disrupt your hormones. They slow down your thyroid. They make your body hold on to fat, especially around your belly. And if you're over 60, your body already has a harder time getting rid of toxins. These chemicals pile up faster than your liver can clear them out. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's 68. She came to me exhausted. She was drinking 3 bottles of sparkling water every day. She thought she was being healthy. She couldn't understand why she felt so tired all the time, why her belly fat wouldn't budge. We tested her water. High PFAS levels. We switched her to clean water, added minerals back in. Within 6 weeks, her energy came back. She lost 8 pounds without changing anything else. That's the power of removing one toxic source from your daily routine. Now let me show you which brands to avoid. The 7 brands to avoid. I'm going to walk you through 7 brands I personally avoid. These aren't random picks. These are based on independent lab testing and public water quality reports. Before I start, drop a comment right now and tell me, which bottled water brand do you drink most often? Just type the name. I'm curious to see what's most popular with our community. Brand number 1, Topo Chico. This sparkling mineral water tested at 9.76 parts per trillion of PFAS. That's the highest level found in any sparkling water study by Consumer Reports. In 2025, Costco recalled a batch due to bacterial contamination. Even though it comes in glass bottles, the plastic caps can leach chemicals when exposed to heat. I skipped this one entirely. Brand number 2, Polar Seltzer. This brand tested at 644 parts per trillion of PFAS. That's 6 times higher than what many experts recommend. The company sources water from areas in New England where municipal wells have documented PFAS contamination. They haven't published a plan to fix it. I avoid it. Brand number 3, Bubbly. This PepsiCo sparkling water contains 2.2 parts per trillion of PFAS. It also lists natural flavors on the label. That term can hide synthetic chemicals. The cans are lined with BPF and BPS, which are estrogen-mimicking plastics. These chemicals can interfere with your hormones. Not worth the risk. Brand number 4, Poland Spring Zesty Lime. This flavored sparkling water tested at 1.6 parts per trillion of PFAS. The parent company, Blue Triton, has been fined in the past for mislabeling spring sources. Independent tests have also found microplastics in their bottles. I don't trust it. Brand number 5, LaCroix. LaCroix tested at 1.1 parts per trillion of PFAS. The company has faced lawsuits over using synthetic flavor chemicals while marketing the product as natural. The cans contain BPS and BPF, which can disrupt your hormones. I stay away. Brand number 6, Perrier. Perrier also tested at 1.1 parts per trillion of PFAS. It has an acidic pH of 5.5, which can weaken tooth enamel and increase metal leaching from the bottle caps. The water comes from groundwater regions near industrial plants in southern France. I skip it. Brand number 7, Deer Park. This still water tested at 1.2 parts per trillion of PFAS. It comes in plastic bottles, which can leach microplastics, especially when exposed to heat or sunlight during shipping and storage. I avoid all plastic bottles. Now, you might be wondering, how do I even know if this is affecting me? Here's a simple test. Think about your energy at 2 p.m. Do you hit a wall? Do you need a nap? Do you reach for coffee or sugar? That afternoon crash isn't just about age. It's often your liver working overtime to process toxins. When you clean up your water, that crash often disappears. And if you're finding this helpful so far, tap that like button. It helps more people over 60 discover this information. Now, let me show you the brands I actually trust. The 5 brands I trust. Let me share the brands I personally drink. These have been tested by independent labs and show little to no PFAS contamination. Brand number 1, Icelandic Glacial. This water comes from Iceland. It's naturally alkaline with a pH of 8.4. Independent labs found no detectable PFAS. It's rich in minerals like calcium and magnesium, which help your cells absorb water better. I drink this regularly. Brand number 2, San Pellegrino in glass. This sparkling water tested at only 0.3 parts per trillion of PFAS. It has a clean mineral profile and comes from natural spring sources in Italy. The glass bottles prevent plastic leaching. I keep this on hand. Brand number 3, Spindrift. This sparkling water tested at 0.2 parts per trillion of PFAS. It uses real fruit juice instead of synthetic flavors. The ingredient list is transparent. I trust it. Brand number 4, Mountain Valley. This is my go-to brand. The latest reports show no detectable PFAS. It's naturally rich in magnesium and calcium, which boost hydration at the cellular level. I have it delivered to my house in 5-gallon glass bottles every month. It's convenient and clean. Brand number 5, Saratoga Spring. You've probably seen this one on social media. It's the blue glass bottle. It has no detectable PFAS. The cobalt blue glass prevents light from degrading the water and stops plastic from leaching. It's widely available and affordable. Here's a simple rule to follow. If the water comes in glass and the company publishes recent lab results, that's a green flag. If it comes in plastic and the company doesn't share testing data, that's a red flag. Quick question. How many of you have Mountain Valley or Icelandic Glacial available in your area? Drop a comment and let me know your city or state. Let's help each other find clean water sources. And if you know someone who's always tired, always struggling with weight, share this video with them right now. It might be the missing piece they've been looking for. Why this matters. Let me explain why I care so much about this topic. I've spent years studying how toxins affect metabolism, especially in people over 50. I've reviewed hundreds of research papers. I've looked at independent lab tests on bottled water. I've seen how small changes in what people drink can lead to big improvements in energy, sleep, and weight. Here's what I've learned. Your body is incredibly resilient. Even after decades of exposure to chemicals, it can heal, it can detox, it can regain balance. The key is reducing your toxic load. Every time you choose clean water over contaminated water, you give your body a chance to recover. Think about it this way. Your liver is like a filter in your home. If you keep pouring dirty water through it, eventually it gets clogged. It can't do its job. Everything slows down. You feel tired. You gain weight. You can't sleep. Your joints ache. Cleaning up your water is like changing that filter. Suddenly, everything works better. Did you know that researchers have found PFAS in the blood of 97% of Americans? That's nearly everyone. These chemicals are everywhere. They're in food packaging, non-stick pans, stain-resistant fabrics, and yes, bottled water. The good news? You can start reducing your exposure today, and water is one of the easiest places to start. What about tap water? Let me address tap water because I get asked about this all the time. I don't drink tap water, ever. When you go to a restaurant and they bring you free water, it's usually tap. You can smell the chlorine. I always ask for filtered or bottled water instead. Here's why. Tap water can contain fluoride, traces of medications, birth control hormones, and yes, PFAS. Think about everything people flush down the toilet. Some of that ends up in your tap water. I remember visiting my aunt in Florida. She poured me a glass of tap water. I could smell the chlorine from across the room. She'd been drinking it for 30 years. She had thyroid problems, joint pain, constant fatigue. I showed her the EWG website. We looked up her zip code together. Her water had 14 contaminants above health guidelines. She installed a filter that week. 3 months later, her joint pain improved. Her energy doubled. Small changes, big results. If you use tap water at home, install a filter certified to remove PFAS. Change it on schedule. Better yet, install a reverse osmosis system. It's the gold standard for removing contaminants. One important note, reverse osmosis strips out everything, including minerals. You need to add those back in. Add a pinch of high-quality sea salt, some trace minerals, or a splash of lemon to your water. This helps your cells absorb it better. What about refrigerator water? I avoid it. The water passes through plastic and PVC tubes inside your fridge. Over time, these tubes leach plasticizers and microplastics. Most fridge filters only remove chlorine and sediment. They don't remove PFAS or heavy metals. The tubing can also develop biofilm, which is a slimy bacteria layer. Instead, use an under-the-sink reverse osmosis system or a gravity filter. Store your water in glass or stainless steel bottles. Did you know you can check your local tap water quality online? Go to ewg.org/tapwater. Type in your zip code. It shows you exactly which contaminants exceed health guidelines in your area. I use this resource all the time. Quick recap. Let me quickly recap what we've covered so far, because this is important. We talked about PFAS and why they're dangerous. We covered 7 brands to avoid: Topo Chico, Polar, Bubbly, Poland Spring, La Croix, Perrier, and Deer Park. We covered 5 brands I trust: Icelandic Glacial, San Pellegrino, Spindrift, Mountain Valley, and Saratoga Spring. If you need to pause and write those down, do it now. I'll wait right here. Good. We also talked about avoiding tap water unless it's filtered and why refrigerator water isn't as clean as you think. Now, here's what I want you to do right now. Pause this video. Go to your kitchen. Look at the water you're drinking. Check the brand. Then come back and tell me in the comments, is it on my avoid list or my safe list? I read every single comment. I'll let you know if you need to make a switch. Let me bring this all together. The water you drink matters more than you think. It affects your energy, your hormones, your metabolism, and your ability to lose weight after 60. Most bottled water contains PFAS and microplastics. These chemicals accumulate in your body. They slow down your liver. They disrupt your thyroid. They make fat loss harder. The brands I avoid: Topo Chico, Polar Seltzer, Bubbly, Poland Spring, La Croix, Perrier, and Deer Park. The brands I trust: Icelandic Glacial, San Pellegrino in glass, Spindrift, Mountain Valley, and Saratoga Spring. Choose glass over plastic. Look for companies that publish lab results. Avoid tap water unless it's filtered. Add minerals back to reverse osmosis water. These small changes add up. They reduce your toxic load. They give your body room to heal. They help you feel better, sleep better, and move better. Clean water is the foundation. Once you get this right, everything else becomes easier. Your energy improves, your sleep gets better, your body can finally let go of stubborn weight. This is just the beginning. Next week, I'm releasing a video about the 5 foods sold as healthy that are actually destroying your metabolism after 60. Foods you probably eat every single day. Foods your doctor might have even recommended. You don't want to miss that one. Here's what I need you to do right now. First, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll be the first to know when that video drops. Second, if this video opened your eyes, share it with one person. Your spouse, your friend, your neighbor, someone who needs to hear this. Third, go check your water right now. Look at the brand. Compare it to my lists. Make one small change today. Remember, your body wants to heal. Your body wants to feel good. You just need to remove the obstacles standing in its way. Clean water is obstacle number 1. I'll see you next week. Until then, drink clean, stay strong, and keep taking care of yourself.